As is always the case throughout the practice, the thing that I most wish to encourage you to do is be with your breath, to be with your body, and to kind of just allow yourself to feel exactly whatever it is you're feeling with as little judgment as is possible. So go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position. You can sit on something. If you are someone who wants to use oils, or that's part of your practice, now is a good time to use that. I'm using Purify with a little bit of frankincense thrown in, but whatever works for you is good. Shift your weight back and forth until you feel the entirety of your seat on the earth. And if you're using oil, rub the hands together. Tall spine, eyes closed, if that feels okay. Palms up towards the face, breathe deeply and through the nose. In. Out through the mouth. 2 more like that. Cleansing breath. Fill the lower lungs, mid lungs, upper lungs. Release entirely the breath, any tension. Last one, the biggest breath you can imagine. Expand your torso, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Get as full as you can. And then open the mouth, maybe even make a sigh. Release the arms alongside or onto the lap. And we're working with the throat chakra today. As such, moving energy into the neck area, into the throat, is integral to creating more freedom, more balance. And so I'm going to invite you to make sounds and to hum and to sigh and to sing if it comes to you, and also to do this practice, which is called Jalandhara Bandha. So I'm turning sideways so you can see me. Hands can come wherever is comfortable. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, perhaps you feel the pelvic floor rise, perhaps the lower belly comes in and out, but most importantly, the crown of the head reaches up and the chin moves towards the chest. Maybe it comes all the way down, maybe it doesn't, but create a little bit of constriction. As you inhale, release that. Perfect. And then exhale once more. Draw the chin towards the chest, tall spine. There you go. Inhale, release that. Great job. Exhale, draw the chin towards the chest. Reach up through the crown of the head, so it's not so much a looking down, but more a pulling in. Notice the back of the neck lengthening. Release that with the inhalation. 2 more. Move with your breath. Last one. And then gently release. And shrug your shoulders. Shrug them in the way that feels good to you. So maybe you want to shrug them real fast. Maybe you want to shrug them slower. Maybe you want to shrug them one at a time. You choose. Shrug them the way that feels good to you. But find the edges, right? Maybe you hold in a particular place. Perfect. As we're taking these last couple of breaths, start to turn those shrugs into circles. They can move backward or forward. It's not important which, but reach up towards the ears. Shoulder blades move down the spine on the exhale. Come forward. And I want you to do your best to get deeply into any held tension in the shoulders. That might mean that as you draw the shoulders up towards the ears, you pause for a minute before reaching the heart forward and relaxing down. Switch directions. In whichever direction you're going, go in the other direction. and then gently come to a neutral position. If it feels okay, close the eyes once more if they've opened. And we're moving into Ujjayi breath, which is victorious breath, or warrior breath, sometimes it's called. The way you can do that, if you've not practiced it before, is breathe in like you're a little bit surprised, so it sounds like this. And there's a slight constriction in the throat. And as you exhale, like you're fogging a mirror, same slight constriction. It can also perhaps be helpful to take the tongue to the roof of the mouth. What I want you to feel is deep into the neck, the chest, and it sounds kind of like the ocean. When that feels established for you, let the mouth close and maintain that breath as much as you can throughout the rest of our practice until I say to release it. Great job. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, stretch to the right side. Breathing into the side of the neck. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Last one. And as we're beginning to initiate movement and space in the throat, I invite you, come back up to neutral, take the left arm up, take the left hand to the right side of the head, relax the shoulders, you're going to maybe want to do this, relax them down, and then let the left ear move towards the left shoulder. So start to come into an awareness of how you express yourself in life without judgment, without looking for it to be any specific way. Last breath. Just cultivating an awareness. Release. Notice the difference between the sides. Inhale, other hand up. Hand to the outside. Slowly relax. Ear towards shoulder. Resist the temptation to pull the shoulder up. Great job. Stay with those deep Ujjayi breaths. Last one. Come to center. Take a breath there. Just feel into it. And then open the arms up as wide as you can. Exhale. Take the right arm across the body. Just reach and then hold on to the right shoulder with the left hand. Gently relax the right shoulder away from the right ear. Maybe look in the opposite direction. Breathe deeply. Long, slow, full breath. Last one. Inhale, open wide. And then take it in the opposite direction. So left arm across the body, right hand towards left shoulder this time. Now if you did the other side, make yourself even. Again, relax the shoulder away from the ear and maybe look in the opposite direction. And then as you're breathing here, consider if there's any way that you are presenting yourself to the world that you are doing it that way because you feel like that's what you need to do to make people happy, to be acceptable. Last breath. Inhale, open wide. My granddaddy, that's his name, had a statue in one of his rooms that had this little guy. It was a statue made out of like resin or something, and it was open big like this. Stay here, reach to the fingertips, take the head back, think about sticking the tongue out as you exhale, and it said, I love you this much. And every time I do this, I think to myself, of Him. Last breath. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, hands through heart center. Relax hands to the knees. And then not far beyond that thought is questions that arise quietly around, would He be proud? Would He like what I do with my life? What would He think? Perhaps you have people like that in your life. 2 more breaths. And then you can stay seated. If you have one leg crossed over the other, switch the cross, or you may find that it feels good to come onto your shins. You can bring a block under you to lift the hips up a little bit. Hands to the knees. This is a really fun one. It looks super, super strange, but it's great. So this is called lion's breath. The way it's going to work is you inhale, look up, and as you exhale, stick your tongue out and cross your eyes if you can. Yeah? You can even round your back if it feels good, right? So we're going to do that 5 more times. Inhale, look up. Fill everything, everything, everything. Exhale. 4 more. Big movements. Again. Last ones, maybe you even have a little bit of a growl. Who knows? Last one. Big one. Gather up any sort of sensation and just get it out. Brilliant. Bring yourself into a downward facing dog, please. Perfect. Yes, plant your palms firmly. Shoulders away from ears. Great, hips towards the sky. Plant the palms firmly in the earth. If you have lost attunement to the breath, or you have lost that warrior ujjayi breath, come back into it as much as you can now. Long, slow, deep, in. Out, 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 out. Brilliant. 2 more. If you want to come up on the tiptoes, you absolutely can with the inhale. Exhale, energy down into the earth. Last one, full deep breath. Come up maybe. Exhale. Come forward into a high plank position, knees if you desire. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more. Creating space in the throat, in the neck, in the shoulders is important. Last one. To cultivating the conditions which support our optimal ability to express. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhale. Perhaps bend the knees and take the hips high, belly towards thighs. Find your way there with an exhale. Step. Multiple steps. Hop. Fold forward. You can catch opposite toes. You can slip the hands under if you're feeling very open right now. You can interlace the hands over the forearms. Let the torso sway. Last one. Inhale deeply enough that you feel your torso rise. With the exhale, hands to the earth. Find a flat back, full breath in. With the exhale, lower belly towards spine, hands to hips. Rise. Hands alongside the body. Lift the toes. Shift the weight back and forth, side to side, until you feel super rooted into the earth beneath you. Pick your toes up, make space between them, and then gently lay them down on the earth. Draw awareness up the body. Turn awareness internally. As we move into the practice more deeply, the invitation is to become more aware of what we often call your truth. What is true for you? What resonates with you? What does your connection look like to earth, to life? Hands up, breathe in. Go back if it feels good to you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Eyes can close or gaze is soft at the fingertips. Take a moment to set an intention. Take care that this is a method of travel, not a destination. It is not where you'll end up, but who you'll be on the way there. Surrendering with faith that if I make choices that lead me in the direction of resonance with the God of my own understanding, with the resonant truth of life that moves through me, then where I will find myself at the end of that journey will be joyous, peaceful, and something that I can embrace with my whole heart, with my whole mind, with my whole soul. Yeah, for us all, that we might allow ourselves to be exactly who we are, without apology, without explanation, that we resist the temptation to justify our presence and our being. We'll send all of those intentions out with one chant of Om. Breathe in through the nose. Inhale, hands reach towards the sky. Go back if it feels good in the body. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold forward. Flat back, breathe in for the count of 4. Fold forward, breathe out for the count of 4. Rise up, breathe in for the count of 4. Arms open wide, breathe into the chest, into the shoulders, maybe the head reaches back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, hands rise up. This time, consider exhaling with the sound of E, fold forward, E. Make a flat back, in. Exhale, perhaps sounding E, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Go back if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. E. Hands rest in a space of connection. That could be heart or belly or any other place that feels good to you. That sound E is a resonant clearing sound. So this is moving away, almost like the wind that blows through a tree in the fall and knocks the dead leaves off. And so we'll move through a series of asana now, and the invitation is that you sound E with each exhale. As you do that, perhaps it serves you to draw into your awareness and into that practice of clearing places in which you know there's room for you to know yourself better or to help others know you better. Hands to the sky, breathe in deeply. Fold forward, E. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, left leg steps back. Left knee down. Inhale, right hand up. Both hands up. Exhale. Hands to the earth. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale all the way. Deep, deep, deep breath. All the way out. One more time, all the way in. Look towards the top of the mat. Inhale, tiptoes, knees bend if you wish. Find your way there with the exhale. Flat back, full breath in. Fold forward, breathe out. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Go back. Exhale, fold forward. Flat back. Inhale. Right leg back, knee down. Exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Go back as far as feels good. Exhale, hands to the earth, sounding. Step back into downward facing dog. 2 breaths, in through the nose, hips high, stay right where you're at. I'm just gonna come see how you're doing. Last one, full deep breath in, maybe tiptoes. Exhale, sound, heels down. You walk up if you already started, you're fine. And then on this one, look forward and prepare with the inhale. Find your way to the top of the mat if you're not there already with the exhale. Brilliant. Inhale, hands rise towards the sky. Go back if it feels good and right. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tune back into yourself. And so, one of the end results of a dedicated practice of yoga, of awareness, of mindfulness, is that we come into a space of union that reflects externally what is internal in a clear and congruent way. What is inside of us, what we think, what we feel, what we know in our heart matches who we are outside of ourselves. What we say, what we do, what we create or don't create. The places where we are not in congruence with that are the places where we're doing what we think we should do, where we're being who we think we should be. And so I invite you to come into an awareness of those places for yourself now, not to judge yourself or anyone else, simply to notice where you have room. That's all. Room for liberation. No shame, no guilt. You're not wrong. As we move through this next series of salutations, the invitation is that you sound hum. It's H-A-M, but hum with each exhale. Follow along. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Hum. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or float back into a high plank. Sounding down to the earth or halfway. Hum. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hum. Full breath in through the nose. Exhale, right foot forward. Hum. Left foot flat. Toe pointing towards the front left corner of the mat. Right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, stay here. Hum. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Turn toes parallel to one another. Reach up, full breath in. Exhale, hands behind the back, fold forward. Hum. Flat back, inhale, hands reach down towards the earth. Exhale. Flat back, breathe in. With the exhale, left toes
towards the back of the mat. Spiral onto the right foot. Step back and lower down. Halfway or all the way. Heart rises. Inhale. Deep, deep, deep. Down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot towards the front left corner of the mat. Inhale, hands rise. Stay here. Inhale, straighten right knee, feet parallel to one another. Hands behind, interlace fingers. Roll shoulders up. Full breath in, fold forward. Stay here. 3 breaths. Maybe make steeple fingers with the index. Keep the rest of them clasped. Reach the shoulder blades away from the shoulders themselves. Create space in the throat. With each exhale, consider sounding hum. Last one. Inhale together, please. Flat back, full breath in, hands to the earth, under the shoulders. Left toes, front of the mat, inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you wish. That's high to low plank, up and then down dog. Sound on the exhale. We meet in downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Feel you. Feel your bones. Feel your muscles. Feel the subtle vibration of energy moving through you. Inhale deeply. With an exhale, still sounding if it's available to you. Left foot forward, right foot spirals flat. With an inhale, hands rise up, left hip back. Exhale, hands behind the back here this time. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Turn towards parallel feet. And then take the toes out, bend the knees. Full breath in. Exhale, straighten the knees. Feet parallel, inhale, look up, go back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, hands to the earth. Exhale, right toes towards the back of the mat. Right leg back, either into down dog or through a vinyasa. In through the nose. Out. Full breath in. Left foot steps forward with the exhale, right foot flat. When you're ready, inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands behind the back. Heart rises. Exhale, stay right here. Last time, full breath in. This time as you exhale, bow forward. One more full breath here, in through the nose. Inhale, rise up. Keep the bind if it's possible. Straighten the feet. Look up. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale. Inhale. Come all the way up if it's possible. Otherwise, make whatever adjustment is needed. Turn the feet parallel to towards the outside edges of the mat. You might find at this point that bringing your hands either holding onto the elbows or perhaps the palms can come together behind you. Heels of the palms towards one another. Heart open, full breath in. On an exhale, bend the knees. Sound if it's available to you. Stay here, 2 more breaths. Goddess, heart open, vibrating the throat chakra. If you wish to, heels rise. Brilliant. Feel energy moving in every direction, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Last full breath. If the heels are up, take them down. Inhale, hands toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Turn right toes towards the front of the mat. And as you exhale, find your way into downward facing dog. Sounding if it's available. There are so many times when we don't speak, when we don't make noise, when we make ourselves smaller, more acceptable. Stay with the breath. Sounding is available. Last time here. Look towards the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands behind. Heart reaches up, inhale. Bow forward, inside of the right knee. Arms overhead if it feels okay. Stay here, 1 more breath. Come up halfway. Release hands to the earth. Shift weight into the right foot. Step the left foot forward. Wide. A little bit wider than your hips. Hold on to the big toes. Make a flat back if possible. If holding on your toes and making a flat back isn't available to you right now, hands to the shins or even to the thighs. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Release that chin tuck. Perfect. And now inhale deep, 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 deep. And as you get to the top of that breath, tuck the chin, retain the breath unless you're pregnant or an infant or have blood pressure situations going on. Exhale, release. And now do it in the opposite way. So take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the pelvic floor up, the belly in and up, and then the chin towards the chest. Retain the out breath. When you feel as though that is complete, you can't hold that breath, retain that any longer. Inhale, rise all the way up. Shake it out. Yeah. I'm a big fan of just whatever movement, right? Shake it out. Tie your arms and legs. Break dance. Whatever feels good to you. Get the vibration going. Don't worry about what it looks like. And then come to center. Strong on the feet. Rooted down. Rise up through the feet. All the way to the crown of the head. Bring the hands in front of the body. Interlace the fingers like so. So you're wrapping the fingers around and then bring it toward the heart. And this is Ganesh Mudra, which is really just a
energetic connection devoted to removing obstacles. In this case, the invitation is that we are removing obstacles to our freedom of expression, creativity, communication. Either take a full deep breath in and like squeeze, 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 pull apart, resist, 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 and then exhale, soften. Keep the hands together. Totally cool to stay right there. If you wish to, sound some more. You're going to take a full breath in, and on the exhale, resist the hands. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Yes, I'm going to say that again. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. 4 more times. If you don't get it exactly right, it's okay. Full deep breath in. On the exhale, resist. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Energy of releasing obstacles. All the way in. Strong feet. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. 2 more. Full deep breath in. Release or resist. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Last one. Full deep breath in. In. A little more. That entire out breath. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Release hands. Feel the energy in the body. Sense yourself. Be exactly as you are. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Get there however you want to get there. If you want to step back, step back. If you want to do a twirly dance, do a twirly dance. If you want to do a vinyasa, do a vinyasa. Step, float, jump. Make it yours. When you arrive in downward facing dog, plant your palms. Allow your body to have weight and mass. Create space for your throat by moving the shoulders away from the ears. Everyone together, breathe in.
Exhale, out. Last one like that. Tiptoes if you want it on the inhale. Push the earth away, rise out. All the way out. Look towards the top of the mat. With the exhale, step the right foot forward, left foot flat. 45-ish degree angle.
Hands on hips, rise to standing. Orient the hips so that they're facing as far forward as is possible for you. Relax the face. Inhale, hands up. Reach, go back if it feels good. Come back into a circle. Bring your hands in front of you. Breathing in 3 parts, so it sounds like this. And you're pulling your arms back, yes, and pulling the chin towards the chest, retaining that in-breath. Switch feet, left foot in front, right foot back. Exhale, yeah. It's like energy warrior. 3 breaths, in. Retain the breath, Jalandhara Bandha, chin to chest. Right foot forward, left foot back. Throw it out. In. Retain the breath. Create the lock, switch feet. Stay with that, breathe in. Chin towards chest, switch. Push it out. And start to gather your energy now. Think about all of the times that you have felt like you were told to not be who you are, that you have not been understood, that people have seen you and made up a story about who you are or who you should be. And you let that happen because we are hardwired to connect. We want to be liked and loved and accepted, and so we do things that limit our expression of who we are. It's not because we're bad.
It's because we're not aware that we can choose differently. Gather up that energy. And from the very core of your being, from the feet, from the head, from the center of you, as if you could take this column of white light that's running through you and push it out through your arms. Take 4 more or make yourself even, right? With some force, with some vigor. Give it a sound. As if you could go up to that person who first told you, don't be like that. You're not okay like that. And give them back that energy. Send it from the heart, travel through the heart, yes, but you don't have to keep it. And then when you are complete, come to rise at the top of the mat, stand on your feet, close the eyes down, center yourself. And if you're like into it and you want to keep going, you can totally keep going. Everything I'm saying is a suggestion and an invitation. It is not necessary and it's not a requirement. You are a sovereign being. You can choose for yourself, not just in this class, but every single day. Who would you be? Who would you be in the world if you allowed yourself to communicate absolutely freely who you are? And if that's easy for you, who would you be if you allowed other people to do the same thing? And if that's easy for you, who would you be if you told other people, empowered them to do the same thing? This is a big world. There's room for all of us. What you have to say is important. What you have to paint, what you have to draw, what you have to dance. Feel your feet on the ground. If you let go of all the reasons why not, what would you do? If you're into that and it's feeling really good to you, you keep going there until you are just dang done with it. Those of you who feel complete, feel the feet. Take the hands toward the sky. Reach. Exhale. Maybe you make a sound of your choosing, maybe you don't. Make a flat back, full breath in. Exhale. Step toward the back of the mat, high plank. Make the legs strong. Take a full inhale. Ujjayi breath. Stay with it all the way out. Exhale. Take the right hand to the center of the chest. Spiral onto the pinky toe side of the right foot. If that feels too intense, bring the right knee down towards the earth. If you want more sensation than that, lift the left hand away from the body towards the sky. More sensation still, left leg up. Maybe you hold on to the left big toe and stretch that towards the sky. Take one more breath. Exhale, left hand replaces the right. Come onto the pinky toe side of the left foot. Take the option that feels good to you. Strong through your legs, strong through your arms. Room to breathe. Whatever option feels good, you take it. One more breath. High plank. Stay here. Rest if you need to, but feel the hands moving towards the feet moving towards the hands. Move the energy in the body through the heart center and out the throat. Expressing ourselves, speaking our truth, requires that we do it even when it's uncomfortable. And so developing a will that's informed by love and kindness, compassion, but that is nevertheless strong and forthright. Last breath. Shift weight forward, lower yourself all the way down to the earth. Tops of the feet are flat, hip bones press down into the earth. Make a tent out of the fingers Bring them under the shoulders. Inhale. Heart rises. Maybe the head comes back some. Exhale. Come down. If this doesn't feel good to you, 4 more. You can be on your shins. Inhale, hard up. Exhale, neutral or even rounded. 3 more. Perfect. Brilliant. When you're complete with whichever variation you're taking, find your way into downward facing dog. You can take a vinyasa. You can spin around. Breathe deeply, slowly, attune to the sensations in the body. Let yourself know, your brain and your nervous system know through your willingness to breathe, that you're okay, that you're choosing this. Whatever this looks like for you right now. The breath is magical in this way. Take 1 more. Look towards the top of the mat as you inhale. Find your way with the exhale. Take a flat back. Breathe in deeply. Hinge at the hips. Lead with the heart. Fold forward. Bend knees. Inhale, hands to the sky. Set your gaze ahead of you a little bit, right? So not down to the earth, but forward. And feel yourself strong on your legs, rooted, belly in towards spine, ribs relaxed, long neck. Brilliant. If you want more sensation, lift the heels up off the earth. One more breath with heels up. Take them down, full breath in, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. And 4 more times we're doing that. So as you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, let it be an exhale and a motion of release. Maybe you even smack the earth, who knows? Come all the way up. Engage the low belly. Bend the knees if it serves. 2 more. Giving it a sound. The last one. Stand forward fold for a moment. Make the feet wider. Perhaps even as wide as the mat. Now, pinky toe side of your feet in line with the long end of the mat. Bring the right hand under the heart. Tinted fingertips feels good to me. Perhaps a flat hand feels good to you. Bring the left hand to the small of the back. Even out the legs. Inhale. Reach the left shoulder up. Exhale at the level of the ribs, mid-ribs. Allow the twist to occur. Left hand up is optional. Gaze can be towards the sky or towards the earth if the neck is giving you an indication that that's a better choice. 2 more breaths. Last one. Exhale, left hand, right ankle, shin or thigh. Right shoulder drops down, left hand reaches towards the sky. Perhaps you look there Perhaps you look at the earth again, listen to you. Some of you may find that your body is ready and willing for you to bring your right armpit towards the left armpit towards left knee. Reach the left arm behind the body, right arm clasps left, and you rotate open with a bind. Straighten the left leg as much as feels okay and good and liberating. Wherever you're at, take one more breath. Release with an exhale. Toe heel feet towards one another. Bend knees, inhale towards the sky. Exhale, sink down. Heels up if you desire more sensation. Don't do it because you think that it's better. It's not even a little bit. Absolutely nothing happens when you lift your heels, or any of it really. Where the magic is when everything is in resonance. Heels down if they're up. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Space between the feet, perhaps even as wide as the mat. Left hand, center of your chest, if you were to draw a line. Right hand comes to the sacrum first, balance out the hips, and then open. Reach right hand to the sky. Maybe you look up, maybe you look down. Listen to you. But create space in the center of the torso. Last full inhale. With the exhale, right hand towards left foot, ankle, calf, thigh. And right arm reaches toward the sky. Look wherever feels good. Some of you may feel like your body's asking you to bend the right knee a little bit, bring the right elbow towards the right knee, right arm behind the body, left reaches for the right wrist. Open up the chest first, and then consider straightening the right leg any amount. Last breath. Unwind. Bring the feet closer to one another. If crow is in your practice, feel free to fly into it whenever you feel ready to. If you're not sure about crow, you've never tried it before, what I'd like for you to do is bring your hands to the earth, underneath of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Feel like you're picking the earth up, so that a little divot the size of a hummingbird egg lifts in the center of your palm. Feel the elbows moving toward one another. Lay the knees on the backs of your arms as close to the armpits as you can get them. Pull everything in towards the center. Look forward. And let the feet get light. Maybe one toe comes up, maybe the other, maybe both. Breathe. Take one more. And then feet wide, hips down, Malasana. Hands at heart center. So when we're dealing with throat chakra energy, the shadow aspect, or sort of the big block for the throat chakra is lies. And those are generally easy to spot outside of oneself. It's generally fairly simple to say, yes, that person is lying. Sometimes not so much. What I want you to consider at this point, if you feel called, is that the lies which most hurt us are the ones that we tell ourselves. They sound like all kinds of things. Everything from I'm not enough to I'm more than, and everything in between. And they inform the way that we teach others to love us.
Take one more breath here. Hands to the earth. Straighten the legs. Bring the feet underneath of the hips or toes to touch, heels a little bit wider. Bend the knees. Inhale, hands to the sky, chair pose. Hands towards the heart center. Inhale deeply. With the exhale, take the left elbow over the right knee. The knees might want to come offline. Bring the knees together. Maybe this feels good to you. You can make a fist with the right hand and press into a flat left palm to help open the spine and the chest. Some of you may wish to practice side crow. If that is you, keep your knees bent. Take your left hand to the earth in line with your right foot. Right hand, place it on the earth. Make chaturanga arms. Look forward. Draw the lower belly in. Mula Bandha in. Lift the feet. Keep that right elbow free if you can. And then come down, both feet on the earth. Everyone, come out with the next breath. Rise to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to a space of connection. One of my favorite things to remember as it relates to truth is that the truth will set you free, but first it might piss you off. It's useful. It helps to temper those moments. Knees bend, hands to the sky. Inhale. When I realize that I have been allowing through outright lies or lies of omission, saying I'm fine when I'm not, saying it's okay when it isn't, saying I like something when I don't. Last breath. And then take a twist. Left elbow, right knee. Maybe hands move towards heart. Maybe you make a fist with the left hand and press into a flat right palm. Maybe side crow is something you desire. If that's the case, left hand flat, right hand flat on the earth outside the left foot. Left hand, chaturanga, shoulders width. Bend the elbows, look forward. Engage the belly. Mula Bandha. Lift the feet. Relax the jaw. And then place the feet on the earth. Come back into the twist. Full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Last full breath here. And then come to a kneeling position. Make the spine tall. What I think is most beautiful about the awareness that many of the disruptions to my calm or to my feeling like I've been misunderstood are as a result, very often directly, of my incomplete or completely not present at all communication of what it is I need, I want, I like, I love, who I am, what serves me. And what that does is create a scenario where those that want to love me don't know how. And though I want to be loved, I can't receive it because I know that I'm not being honest. And so I have the fallback of awareness inside of me, a resonance inside of me with a truth that says, I can't be who I am. And I invite you to consider that if you hold the thread of that, it is an illusion. And it's okay for you to let that go. Because the truth is, come onto the toes, reach back for the pinky toe, spread it out. Shift weight into the heels. This might be intense for some of you. It's okay. All's fine. The truth is that all of that really just represents an opportunity for liberation, for being clear, for freedom. It's the best kind of cage because I have the key. So with gratitude, with awareness, that the choice is mine, the choice is yours. We move through a series of back bends now. I invite you once more to sound when your head is furthest back. Inhale, rise up, hands to the base of the spine. Heart opens towards the sky, elbows move toward one another. This might feel super great, and that's sufficient for you. It's all the sensation that you seek right now. Great, stay there. For some of you, you might want to take the hands down the thighs. For some, you may want to reach towards the heels, and for still others, you may wish for the feet to be flat. As long as the hips continue to move forward, you're great. Take 3 more breaths there, please. And then relax the hips down towards the heels. Keep the spine straight. Please don't fold forward. Let the eyes close down or the awareness move inward. And if you feel curious and interested, allow your inquiry to begin now to take shape around the ways in which you can more honestly know, love, embrace yourself. The ways in which you can hear your truth, feel the resonance inside of you. Feel your heart, attune to the lightness. What makes you feel light and free? Stay with the sensation of gratitude, and we'll move through 3 more on your own. So go when you feel ready. Options here include to do what we did last time, or if you feel called to, you can have the hands on the heels and simply come up with the hands already on the heels. You can also take the hands up and back. And if you feel very, 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 very open, and your hips can continue to move up and forward, then you can come onto the forearms, but you don't have to do any of that. The truth is that you, exactly as you are, is just what the world needs, and you know that because that's who you are. Nobody can do you. Not like you can do you. Nobody can say what you can say. Feel what you can feel exactly. Only you. And when we start to listen and attune to our own truth, as you feel complete and not a moment before, lower yourself into child's pose. Take the version that feels best to you. As we learn to love ourselves and accept our truths, we begin to resonate more in alignment. The things which do not fit fall away. And they don't fall away with anger with guilt, with shame, with fear, they fall away with love and with compassion. And that journey to loving ourselves and expressing who we are internally first allows us to see and to feel and to hear other people's truths. The key is moving it through the heart. So feel your heart now.
Tuck the toes beneath you. Hold on to the heels. Bring the crown of the head or the forehead as close to the knees as you can get it. And as you feel ready to, lift the hips. Resist against the hands. Breathe into the back side of the heart. Feel the shoulder blades move away from one another. Hair pose. Your rabbit. Last breath here. As you feel ready to, relax yourself back into child's pose. It can be any child's pose that you desire.
Breathe deeply before helping yourself into a seated position. This is a little bit of a strange twisting pose, so I'm going to show it to you. And then you can do it along with me if you want to, or you can wait until I do it and then come into it. But the easiest way to get into it, I find, is to have the feet flat on the earth and then move them over towards the left-hand side. And then come forward and just let them cross. My left ankle is kind of resting inside of the arch of my right foot. The left hand comes over towards the right hand side, and if possible, hooks underneath the right thigh. Left hand comes toward either the earth or the left hand side. Take 2 breaths there, please. Great. And then slowly and gently, you can either just rock your feet to the other side, or you can come out of it and move into it in a way that serves you. Right hand underneath left thigh. Left hand comes behind, or perhaps reaches for the right hip behind. Stretch through from the ear all the way down the right arm. Chin towards chest. Last breath. And then slowly and gently unwind. Stretch the feet out in front of you. Strong feet, heels down into the earth. Spine tall. Soft gaze. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. When you reach the point where your spine wants to round, take a full deep breath in, reach the heart forward. Hinge at the hips. Gaze moves forward. And then slowly and gently allow yourself to release. Hold on to whatever it makes sense to hold on to for you. Last one. Stay right where you're at. And then when you're ready to, on an inhale, rise up. Reverse tabletop is what we're taking. You can take it either long as a reverse plank, or you can bend the knees. Hands come to behind you. Then you lift the hips up. Let the head fall back. So it's either like this or like this. Hold that for 5 cycles of breath if it's possible for you. If not, come down and rest. Or perhaps you just lean back onto the arms and the hips stay down. That's great too. When you've completed your 5th breath, slowly and gently relax the hips down to the earth. Roll your spine down, come flat on the earth. Bend the knees, make the feet wide, the knees fall in towards center. One hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Imagine as we move through these last postures towards our final rest. Consider if you just met yourself, or if you were telling someone you love about you, about what you like, about who you are, about what's special about you, about what's amazing about you, how to see you, how to understand you, the truth, the essence of who you are underneath everything else. What would you tell them? If it were the last week that you have on this earth, what would you have done? What feels like it resonates in your heart, in your souls? Yes, 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 that's me. Cultivate an awareness of that feeling, the sensation in your body.
Arms alongside the body. Entirety of the spine in connection. Reach the feet up towards the sky. Flex the feet. Reach through the heels. You can stay right here. Perhaps you even wish to bring a block underneath the sacrum, or your hands underneath the sacrum to lift the hips up just a little bit. Maybe today you desire to come into a shoulder stand. If that is you, take a full deep breath in, lengthen the cervical spine, the back of the neck. Reach the feet behind you. Bring the hands to the sacrum, the base of the spine. Walk the elbows toward one another. Rest the hips somewhat on the hands and reach the feet up so that your shoulders and ankles are in line. Reach to the balls of your feet. This is a different variation than a full-on shoulder stand. Observe your body. Allow it to be exactly as it is. Sensations inside and out, shape and form inside and out. If you desire to, move the hands further up the back. Do not move the head. Look straight up. Elbows move toward one another. If that is in service and you wish more sensation, slowly hinge at the hips. Reach the feet toward the earth behind you. If they touch, you can interlace the hands. Reach the pinky finger side towards the earth. Maybe the index finger points. If that serves, and you want more sensation, bend the knees. Pranavadasana. Breathe deeply. 2 more. If you are in Pranavadasana, straighten the legs into plow. Bring hands towards the small of the back. Slowly roll yourself down, hips onto the earth. Fish is where we're moving to when the legs are completely flat on the earth. Bring the hands, palms on the earth, underneath the sacrum. And come up onto the forearms. Reach the head back.
Lion's breath, 5 times. Full breath in. 4 more. Maybe they even have a sound. Maybe you want to give it a little bit of a ah or shout. Yes, vibrate the energy. Allow your energetic body to cleanse and clear itself. Allow it to learn the resonance of your being. When you are complete, release the body down to the earth. Stretch the arms out. Gather up any tension that remains with the inhale. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Exhale, soften and release. If that feels good and you feel released and surrendered, allow that to be the case. If you wish for a little bit more surrender and release, tense the muscles with each of the following inhalations and perceptively, purposefully surrender and relax with the exhale. In through the mouth, tighten, 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 maybe even to the point of shaking. Exhale, release, soften and surrender. In through the mouth, tighten. Out through the nose, soften. In through the nose, tighten. Out through the nose, soften. Last one, in through the nose, tighten. Out through the mouth, Shavasana. Surrender, soften the body, the mind. Allow life to move through you freely. Be expressed. Allow the breath to deepen. From the inside, the most resonant place within you. Allow that wave of energy, the frequency of you, in your most calm, balanced, surrendered state, to emanate freely up, over, and through you. As it reaches the fingertips, perhaps you open and close the hands, maybe you wiggle the toes, curl them, maybe you reach the arms overhead. Find your way eventually onto the right side of the body, eyes closed, legs bent, arms as a pillow. Don't rush, stay in this sort of in-between space. And as you savor this transition, I invite you to receive it as it energetically is offered, a symbolic rebirth, an opportunity like we have anytime we choose to be reborn, to energetically align ourselves with the resonance of our heart and our soul, to develop a willingness to not only accept but love that enough that we are willing to risk whatever is asked of us to show up as the highest, most true, most aligned version of ourselves. Set an intention or renew your intention in this place. And when it feels clear, rise to a seated position with your spine tall and your eyes closed. Take the left hand to the heart and the right hand to the throat, or if your body seeks for you to do it in the opposite direction, then do it that way. And with this tall spine and the centered rooted energy, join me in 9 sounds of hum, feeling the vibration in your throat as we do so, and allowing that to move into the heart as well, with the intention that we might cultivate a willingness to express ourselves from the heart freely through the throat. Inhale to begin. Bring the vibration into the throat. Allow the vibration to grow. Emanating into the head. The arms, the legs, the whole body. And then beyond the body itself, 2 more. In stillness, sense the vibration of resonance, truth moving through you, and perhaps a halo, brilliant turquoise blue, healing truth surrounding you. And we close with one chant of Om. Inhale. Thumbs to third eye or heart, the love, the light, and divine truth within me recognizes, honors, and bows with the deepest of gratitude and humility to that same divine love, light, and truth within you. We are one. Namaste.